What is it, guys? Back in the channel, it's me and Emmanuel here. So today, welcome back. So again, we're working on the Corolla, but this time we're gonna be working on the suspension because it has been 5 years since owned it. I don't know when the previous owner changed the strut assembly and everything, but look at this. Check out this front suspension right here. Oh yeah, that's a lot of movement. Now check out the rear. Now this one worries me when we're in little bumps. Yep, pretty bad as you can see. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just jack up the car, take off the wheels, and just put the whole assembly on, and hopefully that's good to go. But we're gonna leave the car on jack stands because we are getting new brake pads, new brake rotors, new brake drums, new brake shoes. Pretty much everything of this car is gonna be new that we think needs to be changed. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and start doing. So let's get to doing all that. Alright guys, so you can see here, took off the wheel. You can see here some rust, but don't worry, we're gonna go ahead and clean this. And it looks like we're gonna have to change. Luckily we bought new brake rotors and brakes, so this should be going in. As you can see here, all torn apart, all dirty. But yeah, that's what we're replacing. Good thing we're replacing these. So yeah, this is the front two. I already checked the front two. Now let's go to the rear. Wow, would you look at that? Same thing, looks all rusty, all nasty, but good thing we bought new brake drums and shoes and everything going in new. Probably clean off these studs. Damn, that rear one right here, dirty. Good thing we're all changing the rear and the front. Shout out to my boy Emmanuel for bringing the Corolla pretty much back to life. We've just been sitting when my dad's been driving, but coming back better than ever. So let's get into disassembling the struts and putting in the new ones. So to take off the strut, it's pretty simple. I like these way better than my other SI that I had because it's just two 19 millimeters. You can see we have the socket, measured it, but we can use a wrench to hold one side while we take off the other, and then this should pretty much come out and pretty much take off the brake line. Should be a 10 mil. It's connected right there. Other than that, looks pretty simple. And then up here, just pretty sure these are 14 most likely, 3 14s. If not, I'll correct myself later. But yeah, so just 3 and then 2, then it should come right off. Using the breaker bar, we got it pretty loose, but all this dirt and all the time that's been sitting on these bad struts, we're gonna go ahead and use the impact gun. Just take these right off. So the 14, the boy Emmanuel's taking off the little bracket that's holding the brake line. So yeah, that should be simple enough. Just loosen it and it should come right off, and just move it to the side. So pretty much when we take this off, we don't damage the brake line by accident. So we got that off. So now we're gonna focus on this one, and we should be good. And just like that, one out. And let's get to the next one. Alright, so you see that kind of drop down. It's alright, let it drop down. That's a good thing we took off the little bracket, or else the brake line would be in trouble. So with that being taken off, we just need to be worrying about the 3 bolts in the top. There's actually 3 12s that are holding it. And we'll just go ahead and we're just going to remove these, and it should be simple enough. You guys see this? We're using a cheater bar to loosen it because we don't have the breaker bar and the little small size. Actually, a little good cheater bar. You just loosen these up. Alright, so at this point, when you have the last nut, have someone go under the car, like my brother here, Emmanuel, to hold the strut from falling while I loosen. See that? It just fell straight through, and you just have to wriggle it out of the car. And there it is, the old one. Wow, this thing looks bad. Damn, I've had it for 5 years and it didn't become a problem until recently, so it was time for a change. So let's go ahead and swap in the new one. Simple as that. Just how you took it off, put it back in. Simple as that. Alright, so here we have the new strut assembly. The old one's back there. So we're gonna go ahead and put it on. So just pretty much put it back on. Just put it down there. And then just align it with the holes. And then someone on top, once they're aligned. Now that you may have it aligned, get someone on top while he's holding it. Just thread it a couple threads in, so it holds it at least up, so when you're working down there you can line it to the bottom bolts. Yeah, simple enough. Alright, all done. So we got here Manuel and G is here helping out. Pretty much what we did, we had to get all brothers involved to get a jack while someone hold it and aligned it. It's kind of tough. Sad that I can't do any work, sadly, because I got a tooth extraction and can't do any force. But yeah, G's over there, helped out. So we got it. Sorry I couldn't record. But yeah, so you see here, all three of us got this in. All nice, tying and everything. Don't forget your brake line bracket. You need to put that back on. So yeah, so that completes the front one. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the rear one and take it completed off and swap in the new one. Alright, so for the rear ones, to get access to the bolts of the strut itself, besides the bottom ones, go ahead, man, you hit them with the facts. You got to pull the rear seat out, the bottom, on both sides. Right now, man, with the seat remove, what do we do now?
Now I gotta take out this bolt right here.
So we're gonna take off all these bolts that are holding down the CT manual. Pretty sure it's these bolts. 1, 2, doesn't see there's one there, and 3 total bolts to remove this whole backing of the rear, so we can get access to both sides for the strut to remove the nut. So let's get to that. Those bolts, manual, what's next?
So after you've done those bolts, you just pull up, and that gives you enough access to get the bolts right there.
Oh, I see, manual. Let me zoom in real quick. So you can see there are 3 nuts you're gonna have to remove for the strut. Let's go ahead and start removing the rear assembly. Okay, so here's a better shot with the rear seat removed. So here it is. There's a 3 right there, and there's 3 on the other side. So yeah, we should go ahead and figure out how to take off this brake line right here. It's just the bracket itself, and as simple as that. And also the end link. We have to remove the end link. So for the rear brake, it's just a clip that's holding it in here. So you just pry it off with the little good old flathead screwdriver. As you can see here, there's another one right here, but we're not gonna take that off. Just go ahead and pry it and it should come right off. But for me it was a little hassle because all this dirt that's on here. But right now we're finding an Allen key that fits in there to hold it in place while we take off this end link. We made it start here, taking it off. So it is 217, same as front, same process. Just take them all off. It just simply just slide out, and yeah, call it a good day. Ones right there at the top right should be again 12s. You remove those 3 again, just loosen them, and then you should be able to do it by hand. Alright, so again, before we take out the last bolt that's right there, I'm gonna go over and just loosen it when man goes under and grabs the strut. So removing the last bolt, bada bing bada boom, we got the rear strut out. As you can see, it's all oily, all dirty. Yeah, this was no good. So let's go ahead and just swap in the new one. Alright, so man's gonna go ahead, like same process in front, he's gonna go put it inside of the car, and I'm gonna align it and just put the 3 nuts on top, so I can hold it in place so we can go ahead and install the whole thing. Guys, we got the rear strut in, same process in the front. Have a little jack it up. You should have to push it forward and then put in the bolts, so that, and we have the end link right here, so we're gonna go ahead and just put all this rear back together and just show you the end product on this side. We should be good to go. Alright guys, so we got the rear one back inside. We got the front inside. Right now G is helping us do the front one, passenger side again. But that's simple enough. You guys saw how we did it right here. So this is where we're gonna end the video. But don't worry, we got some axles to install. We got some brake rotors. We have a lot of stuff to install on the Corolla. But for today's video, we just focused on the strut assembly. So that's gonna do it for today, guys. Peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one.